Hi, I'm Cyrus, and I'm a restaurant marketing consultant. And hey, thanks for watching my first ever YouTube video. Today, I want to cook and talk about what my mom would prepare for my lunch back in grade school when I was the only Filipino kid in a predominantly white school in Oregon. And well, I got picked on for it. I'll be preparing a Filipino rice meal called silog. It's basically longanisa, rice, and egg. Just like how my mom would prepare it. And while I'm making it, I'll tell you the story of how this dish got me bullied as a kid. But don't worry, there's a happy ending. So imagine it was 1986. We just moved from the Philippines to the States. I was a new kid in school. I looked different, and I didn't speak any English back then. So as you can imagine, I was already going to get some kind of attention from the other kids in school. But to top it all off, I was a new kid who brought longanisa for lunch. Everyone had peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and I got silog meal. They thought it was the weirdest thing ever, and I was teased and called the Smelly Kid. At first, I couldn't understand why I got teased for my lunch. Days went by, and eventually I got tired of being called the Smelly Kid. So I asked my mom to stop preparing Filipino food for me. Just make me peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, just like the rest of the kids. And you know what? Peanut butter sandwiches were terrible. It made me hungry and unsatisfied. So I told my mom to bring back my silog, and I didn't care anymore if I got teased for it. It's been 35 years since that story, and I'm now working in the restaurant industry for over 20 years. And I always like to share that story when I'm pitching to clients, when I'm a keynote speaker, because to me, that smelly kid and that smelly food, we both come a long way. I grew up in a family that loves Filipino food, and there's no shame in that. It's something to be proud of, and I think that open-mindedness about food led me to my career as well. Because I have an appreciation for a whole lot of other international cuisines, and I can't believe I can call creating restaurants as my job. Well, that's it for now, and I hope you enjoyed my story and the food that I just prepared. If you're a Filipino, I know this dish isn't anything special, but I hope that story behind it was at least as interesting. And if you're not Filipino watching this video, hey, why not try preparing this dish and tell me, is it really stinky? Or can you honestly admit that this is so good? So that was it. I just wanted to share that story from grade school and how I was introduced as a smelly kid with good food. So let's get back to the food. What we have here is our silog. As you can see, at home, we eat black rice. The black rice that we're using right now is actually locally from the Philippines. It's nice, it's savory, it's lighter. The thing with silogs is actually quite brilliant. There's a science to it. It's obviously that you have your protein, you have your egg and rice. The most popular ones that you'll see is beef tapa, bangus, tocino, and you just paired it with rice. Any kind of rice actually, white rice, yellow rice, red rice, and then there's egg. Now here, as you can see, we're going to be doing a little bit of a twist to our longanisa dish. Normally when you buy longanisa in the store, they come 8, 10, 12 pieces, so you don't really want to cook, especially if you're a smaller family. So I like to divide it in half, and on the other side of it, I create a pasta dish. I basically emulsify the longanisa. I remove it from the casing, fry it up with garlic and olive oil, and just let it simmer for a while. So you want all the juices to intensify in the oil. And then the pasta that I'm using here, it's called pappardelle. It's a thicker kind of pasta. Once the pasta is done, I just mix it in with all that goodness, toss it a little bit, let all the flavor mix in together, and just transfer it into a bowl. There you go, just like that. piece by piece. It doesn't have to be neat, especially if you're just cooking for your family, but I like to make sure that every bite gets a perfect bite. I put organic yolk on top of it. Make sure the pasta's warm and hot because later on you're gonna mix this all up. I use goat cheese. I like the smokiness and that dark flavor of goat cheese. And there you go. Garnished it with parsley. There you have it. 2 of many ways to prepare longanisa. Looking at it, I still don't know why people made fun of me about this dish because it smells marvelous. Thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button if you like what you see. See ya.